This is your hand range, or the boxing range. After the boxing range, we get into what's called the trapping range. So the first concept and principle we have to understand are the 5 ranges that can occur in a street fight. So the first range and the longest range is kicking range. Okay, so if he's got a fighting stance, the kicking range is the range at which I can kick. It's a range at which I can kick. It's a range at which I can kick. It's a range at which I can kick. Okay, this is the kicking range. Now if you notice, I'm not going over here and throwing some head kicks. Those are great for fighting, for sport, and if you're really good at throwing a head kick, you can do it. But in a street fight, we're going to keep everything low, low, to the groin. Sometimes we're going to go to the liver, but very rarely. Most of the time, we're going to keep everything from the groin and lower to give you a better chance of success. So this is your kicking range, okay? Now, one step in from the kicking range is your boxing range, or your hand range, a range at which I can fire my eye jab, I can go strike the balls with an open palm, I can back fist the face, get down low. This is your hand range, or the boxing range. After the boxing range, we get into what's called the trapping range, okay? The trapping range is a point where right there, his hands are there, in between boxing and in between the clinch, is trapping for a brief moment, okay? Can you catch that? For a brief moment, that's where it's going to come out. So for a brief moment, that's where the trapping range comes in. His hands are, bam! There's a quick moment, and that's called the trapping range, okay? Right after the trapping range, we have the clinch range, okay? This is the clinching range. This is the tight clinch. Go for the tight clinch. There you go. Tight clinch over here. This is the clinch range, all right? Also in the clinch range, or the standing grappling range, we have the wrestler's pummel. Okay, so the wrestlers pummel the body. The ties go for the neck. And this is going to be your standing grappling range, okay? And finally, last but not least, please on the ground, we're going to have the ground fighting range, okay? When we're in an altercation and we're on the ground and somebody's on top of you, getting ready to beat you, okay? So those are your 5 ranges of combat. You have your kicking range, you have your punching range, you have your trapping range, you have the standing grappling range, or the clinching range, and then you have the ground fighting range. So it's very important that we understand that all 5 ranges are there, and we need to be able to adjust to those ranges, because in a snap you can go from kicking to the ground, especially when you're fighting multiple opponents. And we need to be prepared for each of these ranges so that we can execute our strategy successfully, get back up, and return home safely.